Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Gladys Chebet. You'll find me on my YouTube channel as Gladys Cheserem. My YouTube channel is all about education. It is all about imparting knowledge both to the students and the non-students as explained in my previous session. So for more information about my YouTube channel, you can visit my first session whereby I have explained more about this YouTube channel. So welcome to today's session, and in this session I'm going to talk about something that just happened recently in the politics of our nation, Kenya. So if you are from other nation, welcome to this topic. And in Kenya, a historic event happened on the 5th of September, whereby there was a petition by interested parties on election, whereby one candidate said that maybe the elections were not free and fair, and so there was what we call the rule of law that had to be applied so as to solve the electoral dispute that arose, and in this case it was on presidential election. And so the main headlines that hit our news, it was about the rule of law. But have you asked yourself, where did the rule of law originate? We are just saying or discussing about the rule of law. We are eyeing the judiciary as the one of the arm of the government, whereby we all know that the judiciary, it enforces the law, or it acts as the watchdog of the laws of the land. So where did the rule of law originate? The rule of law, it is attributed to ancient Greece. And in Greece, we have people who are called Greeks. So Greeks, these are people who are inquisitive, or they had that thirst for knowledge. Among the philosophers who were thirsty for knowledge include Socrates. We also have Plato, we have Aristotle, we have Pythagoras, we also have Archimedes, as well as Hippocrates. These are among the Greeks who have been written down in history, and they have come up with various philosophies. And I'm going to single one out, that is Aristotle. It is said that it is Aristotle who came up with this philosophy of the rule of law. And so this rule of law, you can find more of its definition by Aristotle, be it on website or be it in books, whereby Aristotle has tried to define what the rule of law is. But in simple terms, what is the rule of law? The rule of law is the exercise of government. It is the exercise of government authority according to written and established laws and procedures. So this is whereby the government exercises authority according to written and established laws and procedures, meaning that it should be according to the Constitution. They must exercise their authority just inside the Constitution. And also, in another simple terms, the rule of law means that all people or persons, whether individual or in government, are subject to the law. So meaning that all people are equal before the law, irrespective of their race, irrespective of their tribe, sex, religion, or status in the society. So meaning everyone is equal before the law. That is all about the rule of law in simple terms. And we have four rules, or the four principles of the rule of law, or the elements of the rule of law. So the four elements of the rule of law is the principle of legality. And according to the principle of legality, it means the state can only exercise those powers granted to it by law. And why should they just exercise their powers only within the law? It is to promote a government of laws and not a government of men. So it should be constitutional. Another element is the separation of powers of the three arms of government. And you know, the three arms of government is legislature, executive, and the judiciary. So they should have that separation of powers. And these the judiciary should have, or rather all these three arms of government should have equal powers and control each other. No arm of government should be above the other. They should be having that equal power, and as well as they should have that separation of powers. Another element is equality before the law. That the law, this requires that everyone is treated equally under the law. No one should be above the law. And then the last element is that the judiciary must work without favor. They should not favor anybody before the law. They should be just, and also they should work without fear of intimidation in administration of justice. They should not fear anyone when they are administering justice. And rule of law cannot stand alone. We have what we call the natural justice. What is natural justice? Natural justice has to do with fairness by all bodies or person acting in judicial capacity. So the judiciary has a task of making sure that there is fairness. So that is the concept of natural justice. And also it is a legal concept developed by courts to ensure procedural fairness in the exercise of administration of power. So meaning natural justice has to do with fairness by all person acting within the judicial of capacity. And the judiciary is the one which are being given powers or the task of resolving disputes in relation to the law. So anything to do with relation to the law, it is the judiciary that must act, or they must watch over to see if the laws of the land are being respected, and they are the one to make sure the rule of law is being observed, as well as the natural justice. We have various processes of the natural justice, but just in simple terms, that's what I wanted to define it to you, the rule of law and the natural justice. So I leave you with a question. Did the Kenyan judiciary balance the scales of justice on the case presented in relation to the 2022 general elections that were held in 9th August? Did the rule of law and natural justice prevail on 5th of September? It is upon you to answer. So now you know what the rule of law is, as well as the natural justice. So until next time, do not forget to watch, like, share, and subscribe. Also, subscribe to my song that I uploaded on my YouTube, Harden Not Your Hearts. Have a blessed time. Goodbye.